Okay guys, so welcome to this training. Today I'm going to be looking at the market projections, right, from my own perspective. What I feel the market is going to be doing, right? What should the market be doing for the week, right? So if you're not joining for the first time, don't want to like the video, subscribe, and all of those fun stuff, right? All right, so this is DXY. This is where I always begin my analysis. I like to begin on DXY. And if you look at DXY, we have been in a kind of temporary bullish structure, right? You can see how price has been liquidating lows and making new highs, right? Price liquidating lows and then making new highs, right? So looking at this particular market, we had a liquidation of a low here, and then we made a new high, right? Price came back, tapped into this other block, and then rallied higher, came back, we tapped into this other block as well, and then we also rallied higher. All right, so if you ask me, we have this volume imbalance here. Right, look at this volume imbalance right there. Right, this void, right, which price would likely fill in the nearest future, right? So see an area to look out for the nearest future. So temporarily, price is still bullish, right? Market is still bullish temporarily, right? This would have been an area of interest for the market to take out, right? Now we are in this tiny imbalance here, right? We're in this imbalance here, and you can see that we also broke above this weekly inverted gap, right? We broke above it, and now we're tapping back into it. And you'll see that very clearly on the weekly chart. So the weekly chart can't open above this imbalance here, right? Let's extend it in the future, and our price is now tapping back on the imbalance, and inside that higher time frame inverted gap, we also have this imbalance inside there as well, right? So if you were to ask me, I feel that this might act as a catalyst to send price high, especially when we take out the previous daily low, right? Once we take out the low of the previous day, which I think we have, let me look at this price. I'm looking at the low, right? I'm looking at the low. So the low of this candle is at 105,374, and the low of this newer candle is 105,371. So we have taken out the low of this candle. This is at 374. Look at the low here, and this is at 371. So we have kind of dipped below the candle low, and maybe we should see expect maybe a deeper run of the low, and then maybe we'll see price rally. This will be my area of interest because now we have broken this high, we have broken this high, we have broken this high. So whenever you see price breaking series of highs, it means that the market is delivering to the upside, right? So if you were to ask me what I expect this guy to give some kind of bullishness, right? So if you take out this gun box from that low to this high, so you can see how you can play up to 50% and then run it higher, right? And if you divide this into two as well, divide this upper quadrant into two, so we're inside a discount. We're inside a discount, which is inside a premium. So price can still react from here, right? You can see how price hits this level clearly. You can see how it hits this equilibrium of the upper half. So now we're in the lower half of the upper half, right? So we can also do that. So we're in the discount, which is inside the premium, right? So price can choose to react from there, right? So we're in a discount level, which is inside the premium. So you can divide the chart into, you take your range and then you get the upper half and second half. You can also divide that half into two as well to get discount inside the premium, right? So we're inside the discount, which is inside the premium level, which means that this is might hold, but the probability would have been better if we were below the 50, this lower 50%, right? So this is a possibility we might see market to react from here and then rally higher, right? Or even if it doesn't, we can sweep this previous week low and then still rally higher. So either price plays off this imbalance or we sweep this previous week low and then rally higher. Right? Those are the two possibilities I see. Right? So that's the two possibilities I see. All right. So those are the two possibilities I see. So if that should happen, let's quickly run to the 4-hour charts. So now we're on the 4-hour. So I see that I marked this buy when dollar was all the way down here. I told you guys market was going to buy from around maybe this breaker block or I mark this 60% level. You can see our price did exactly as I said. We have hit this breaker and then we are short to this high. I also marked this week projection for you guys. If you watch the previous video, today I price that the dollar was likely going to drop for what? This. I can see our price did just as I said. We hit that fib extension level, right? So now price is back down. This breaker has been indicated already, but now we are tapping back inside this breaker block. Take a look at this other block here. Pay attention to this other block here. Pay attention to this other block. So price can choose to start buying from here, right? So just pay attention to this other block here. That's why price can choose to buy from this other block here, right? Price can choose to buy from this other block. So just be mindful of that. When price hit here, wait for a confirmation, right? I didn't say you should buy or sell. Wait till confirmation because you can see price rally higher from that point, right? So once price hits other block, wait for the market to give you that telltale signal that wants to go bullish, right? Don't just buy before you see the confirmation, right? So let's quickly look at the euro dollar. So if dollar is giving that bullishness, that means this guy is likely going to be bearish. Now we have been reacting from this inverted gap. Market came, pushed up, came back, pushed up. Now there's an issue I'm having with euro dollar, and the issue is that on euro dollar we failed to make a new low. Why on GBP USD we made a low? So you can see GBP USD we made a new low. You can see how I marked this imbalance beforehand. I told you guys price was going to drop for this. Right? You can see how price actually dropped for the imbalance, which I marked beforehand. This was shown beforehand, right? You can see how this made a new low. Meanwhile, the dollar is failing to make a low. Right? You can see how this euro dollar is failing to make a low. So this might be an indication of a smart money divergence, right? So when we see an SMT here, when we see an SMT there, you can just simply type it in. You can see an SMT divergence, right? We're seeing an SMT that is forming at that point, right? All right, so we have seen an SMT form at that point. So this means that there's a crack in correlation between EU and GU, right? So if that is the case, that means price might want to run this higher because this now becomes a failure swing because price failed to make a new low. So now this will likely be the target, this high, right? The market might choose to run this high today, which is Tuesday. The market might choose to long for this high, right? So if price belongs to that high to fulfill that divergence, then if you take your fib tool from this swing high down to that low, right, this would be a very good premium level, right? You can see how this price retreated at 50% at the dots, right? So if targets to runs higher, it might be good to see price come in a deep premium level, right? So for now, there's a crack in correlation. I would not like to be looking for sales on the dollar yet. I mean on the euro dollar yet, right? We want to see price run this high at least before looking for any other thing. You can see our price broke this high. That's constituted a kind of breaker here. So watch this breaker block there. Right. So this last two candles are this breaker block is what we're looking at. Right. So market might choose to come down before running higher, right? Or just choose to push higher, right? Any of that can happen, right? So let's check the 3-hour chart. So like I see on 3-hour, we are about to close above this candles open or close. That will constitute what an order block being created here. And was price can close above this candle, we now have an order block which might be a catalyst to push price higher. So for now I am bullish on euro dollar, right? Because of that SMT that's happening there, at least to take out this high, right? At least to brush this high, this will be a target, right? Then we can sell and move it, right? Now that's what I have for euro dollar. So let's see what market is going to do. Now for GBUSD, remember I marked these areas. I told you guys that price was going to go for this imbalance down here, right? So price actually hits the imbalance. So I didn't mark it properly. So we hit that imbalance there. right? I see our price is pushing higher, right? So now what can likely happen again? So I've hit the first target. We cannot take that off. So now we have taken the previous daily high as well. So market can choose to continue its bearishness, at least to this low, right? So now we have taken the previous daily high, right? And remember that GBPS is heavy, meaning that it could make a low. That means this guy might drop from this point here and then drop lower, right? So for me, I am bearish on this guy. Look at this liquidity sweep here. This market structure break now. See this liquidity sweep as well, then they break down. So price would continue being bearish from around there, right? And if you take out your Fibonacci tool from the swing high, although I like to use the bodies because this week is very long. So take it from the body of this candle here down to the body here. You can see that so let's try the week. Just use the week to see the exact measurements. All right, so this suggests that market might still push higher, right? Might still push higher than that. Right? Might still push higher than that. But if you divide this lower quadrant into two, right? We divide this lower quadrant into two. We're inside the upper half of it, right? So we can see price reject from there because when the premium, which is inside the discount, right? And we are heavy bearish, right? So for me, I feel that price might drop here because this candle tap into soda block, right? So I feel might drop since we have taken the previous daily high already. So might drop from there, right? Might drop from there. So wait for confirmations as well. For USD chef, you can see how I marked this other block here. You can see how this was marked beforehand. Watch this. Told you guys this inducement was on the weekly chart, I think. Weekly charts. So on the weekly chart, we had that inducement, right? And then we tap into this injection block. Then go to the daily charts, you can see the inducement as well. We hit this other block here, right? After this inducement was taken out. So we also broke structure. We look at this inducement and then we hit this other block as well. So we had two inducement takeouts and then we saw market drop all the way to the downside low. You said this inverted gap, because our price has filled it already, right? So now we have tapped into this breaker block here. I look at this breaker here. That's why price is kind of pushing higher. Right? We tap into this breaker block and our price is pushing higher, right? So tap the first time, tap second time, and price is pushing much higher. All right. So if you ask me, I don't really have a very clear direction for this guy as of speaking now. I don't really have a very clear direction for USD chart, right? I can't really tell this is where the market is going, right? It's not very clear to me, right? Because we have a lot of imbalance and both here to be balanced, right? So I can't really tell what this guy is going to do. It's just best to trade lower time frame price action because if you were to ask me, I would say that this guy can still run higher. Because now we have hit this breaker block and then we have this liquidity pool here. So we have taken out the low, we have this liquidity pool resting here, right? So if we are playing off this area, it's logical that price should go for the buy side liquidity. We have taken out sell side, which is what this low, right? So it's also logical that price should go for the high, right? So this will be an area I'm looking at to see if price will move. And then don't forget we also have this breaker block here. Look at this breaker here, right? So let's treat this as an inducement, right? That can be an inducement, right? That can be an inducement. And now we have this breaker block approved. So price might choose to run for this inducement and then hit this breaker before we can classify this as a sell button. So for now, I feel like price will go the wrong picture. Let's take out this inducement and then we hit our breaker block, which is all the way up here, right? That's it. For now, I will stay out of USD check until I can see price give a very clear indication that it has come to this point here, right? I don't have anything to USD check for today. Same as EU, I'll just start of EU for today. So for GJ, nothing. Market is just making all-time highs. So the market is making all-time highs. We really don't have anything to do, right? We don't really have anything to do on this guy. Nothing really to do. just to allow it to do its thing, right? We don't have anything to do. See how price hit this other block, and also tapping this imbalance here, then rally higher. We had this breaker here. I see how price has just been giving beautiful price action. So this breaker block, market came, hit the breaker, and also was tapped into this imbalance, which is inside here, which also coincide with what this other block here, right? This other block here. You can see how price hit the other block, which is inside this breaker block, which is also inside the imbalance. There were three confluences for a buy inside of this point, right? So for GJ, I don't have anything for now, nothing at all. The price gives a proper retracement, right? Now, quickly gold. Let's look at gold. So for gold, you can see how gold is just doing its own turn. So let's take this out. Let's just take out some lipstick to have a better understanding of what price is doing. Let's just take out some lipstick. All right. So for this guy, we swept buy side liquidity. Right. Took out buy side liquidity, and I have been sweeping lows, service low, and all of that. Right. So now, judging gold, we have this other block which has not been validated properly. Price has not closed below this other block, right? Price came to this bearish OB, and that's where it's reversing from. But if you ask me what I think that gold is going to do, right? I feel that gold is still temporarily bearish. Why? Because we hit this other block, we took out this swing low, we hit this other block, made a new low. So we took out two lows now. Right, two lows have been properly taken. Right, we have taken out two lows. Right, we're taking out two lows, and two lows have been taken properly. And now we also inside this bearish order block as well. So we're taking out two lows, we're inside a bearish order block, right? So that's the reason why price can choose to go lower, because price is giving this bearish displacement, right? And now if you look very carefully, we also have what a trend line liquidity. We have some kind of trend line liquidity here, right? So even if gold wants to buy, it has to tap onto this trend line, right? It has to tap on this trend line before doing anything. But for me, I would love to see gold sell at least to this point here, right? So that I have for gold, at least to sell to this point here before. This is how it does with taking my profit. I don't want to struggle imbalance with them. I don't want to struggle trend line with anybody. I'll just simply take my profit at that point there, right? Or to sell gold, right? So finally, let's look at the last there, which is the German 30 or German 40. So for the German, we have taken out buy side liquidity, and it's very logical that we should take out sell side liquidity, right? Sell side liquidity here, like this sell side, right? It's logical we should take out this. Right? It's very logical price to take out this, especially seeing that we are coming from this bearish order block here. You can see our price tap into this imbalance, although this order block has not been so. All right, so let's also see what price is going to do. Whether price is going to come back to hit it properly. The price hits other block properly, so it may be a very good one for a sell. But now let us see, wait for price to hit this other block properly. Because you can see the price is already pushing back, right? It's already pushing back. It's rejecting from this other block here, right? And you can see the price is pushing other block already. So we're kind of pushing back to this point here. So let's see if price will give us a sell inside there. Right? Let's see if that will happen. So for now, let us wait for price to do its thing. So that's all I have for you guys. US 30 is just doing its own thing, right? Just doing its own thing. That's nothing really clear for me on US 30. Nothing really clear. Took out buy side liquidity and market is just dilly-dallying. Right? So there's nothing really clear for me on US 30. Right? Bullish other block, value higher, close above the high. They're kind of bullish although. In a bullish market structure although, in a bullish structure. Let us see what happens here. Maybe price might just come back to this area, right? Let us mark this area now. This other block is still there. And let's see what will happen if price comes, right? Let us see what happens if price comes to that other block, which ran this see. And let's see what happens there, right? For now, I don't have anything to price gets there, right? It's nothing for now. Same thing as Nasdaq, nothing on Nasdaq. Market is just doing its own thing. Made it an all-time high. So there's nothing for me to do as of now. Right? Nothing for me to do as of now. So let us also watch and see what price we want to do next coming. So if you want to join my paid mentorship, use the link in the description. It's an annual stuff, and you can get to learn from me directly, right? You know the text of learning from me directly. Ask questions, be part of my community, and all of that, right? But you can access all this when it is free. And don't forget that our 20% discount end on the last day of the month. So we have a 20% discount. It's ending on the last day of the month, right? And the code is June. It ends on 30th, right? It ends on 30th of the month, so June. The code is 20. We have 20% off. The code is June. Right? Use the code June on the link in the description, and then you can join us for 1 year. Right? So have a wonderful day. See you in the next